Hey guys, KB Miller here, Self-Pulishing 101. Today we're going to talk about reviews. I know, cringeworthy, right? Yeah. Okay, so grab your coffee or your tea or your vodka, whatever you want. And if you have to pause me real quick, pause me to go get it because there are no links for me to give you on this. However, I'm going to go a little bit into depth on both sides from the reviewer's point of view and from the author's point of view because Jen and I have received a slew of emails asking us to do so. So scurry along, get what you need to drink, and then come back. You back? Awesome. Okay. I want to start talking about reviews like this. As an author, we get them all. We get the 5-star reviews that make us go, oh my gosh, my book has touched someone and it's given me validity that I'm a writer. It's adding to my ranking. More people will see my book. Okay, and then we get the 4-star reviews, which are glowing, but not as glowing as the 5-star. Then we get the 3-star reviews that are personally my favorite because they're right down the middle. They're going to give me the good points that they found from my book, what they loved about it, what touched them, and then the things that were not so great, that they had a problem with. And as a writer, that teaches me, because if I get 5 reviews and they all have the same complaint, or the same, not complaint really, but the same message, then I know that I need to work on something. That's awesome. That helps us as writers learn. Then we get the 2-star reviews, which are not horrid usually, but they're not glowing usually at all. And the 1-star reviews that crush our dreams and hopes. And there's not much that you can say about the 1-star reviews. You're going to get them as an author. You're going to get them. You can't let it get to you or bog you down. This is something I'm going to tell you, which is a secret that I have, that I apply every day. And it's something that I think that you guys would benefit from, a lot of you. So lean in really close because I'm going to give the secret to you, okay? And I don't like to give it to many people, but I'm going to give it to you. You closer? Okay. Don't answer reviews. It's really simple, right? You never answer a review. I don't care if it's 5-star. I don't care if it's 1-star. You never answer a review. Ever, never, never. You know that Taylor Swift song, We're Never Getting Back Together? We're never answering reviews. Ever. Okay? We never do that. When you write, your writing, my writing, Ernest Hemingway's writing, Stephen King's writing, Anne Rice's writing is subjective. Reading is subjective as well because we're building a world for people to get lost in, and this person will see it this way. That person sees it a completely different way. No 2 people will ever read the same book because we never see it the same. So you're going to have people that hate your book. They absolutely hate it. I have people that hate my books. I know that. I have more people that absolutely love my books, and I know that too. But you can't answer reviews, good ones or bad ones. First of all, whether you intend to do this or not, and I know that there are some authors out there that do intend to do it, and I know there are other authors out there that do not intend to do it, just kind of happens. When you go on your page, whether it's your private profile or your fan page, and you say, oh my gosh, I just got a 2-star review, and they just tore me apart, blah, blah, blah. Your fans will go over to see that review, and then they're going to go to that reviewer, and then they're going to start telling them off and making life really, really not pleasant for them. That's really wrong. That's really, really wrong. Who says that your fans know better than that reviewer? That reviewer read your book, did not care for it. They didn't care for it. And there are some reviewers that are very hard. They don't sugarcoat things. Oh, well, it was good, this was good, but that wasn't. Some reviewers are just very hardcore, and they will come at you and tell you, this didn't make sense, that was out of order, this went off topic, blah, 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 blah. They're going to be hard. And if your fans go back to that reviewer and start pounding on them, let me give you another little secret, authors. You're going to go onto a list. And I know about this list because I know people that are on it. It's called the Authors Behaving Badly list. It's a horrible list to be on. You don't want to be on that list. You will be blackballed. Just letting you know. Because reviewers and bloggers will not want to work with you, because if you're going to put that out there, they won't touch you with a 10-foot stick. Why would they? Because if they're going to give their honest opinion and they don't care for your book, your fans will go over and start harassing them. Don't do it. If you get a bad review, pick up your phone and call one of your good friends. Somebody who can, outside of the book world. Or if you have a best friend that's in the book world, call and complain to them. Get it off your chest. You need to. Get it off your chest. After you get it off your chest and you rant and you rave and you throw a tantrum fit and you roll around on the floor and then you get up and you grab some coffee or some booze or whatever you're going to do, then I want you to go back and read that review again. See if there was anything good that you could take from it. Did they tell you, the author was on the right path? It looks like they were just beginning writing and blah, blah, blah. I want you to see what you can take from it. But I do not want you to respond to it. Okay? I'm really upset because a lot of reviewers are being bashed. And they're starting to not take reviews requests because they don't want to be put in that position. And I can completely understand that. You don't do it. Now, let's flip this coin. And reviewers and bloggers that are watching me today, please, even if your review's a 5-star review, please don't go copy paste that onto the author's page. Please don't do that, because then we feel obligated to respond to that review because you put it on our fan page. The fans know where to go on Amazon to see the reviews. They absolutely do. They will go look at the reviews on there, but please post them on there. I want to make sure that if a reviewer comes to me and reads my book, and I don't do a lot of review copies. I don't give out a lot of review copies. So a lot of people purchase my book, or they get them on the Harvest Moon right now is in the KDP Select, so we have free days. They get them on the free days. So I don't do a lot of review copies of my books for the simple fact that personally, this is how I look at things. When I go purchase a book, I'm going to give my honest opinion on that book. I don't feel obligated to blow smoke, and I'm just going to put it out there. I don't feel obligated to blow smoke up the author's ass. Period. I get countless emails. I know that Jen does. I know that a lot of my friends do. KB, can you review my book? No. Please do not send me those requests, because normally I just don't answer them. I refuse to answer them. And it's not me being rude, and it's not me being, I think I'm better than you, because I don't think I'm better than anybody at all, period. I don't have time to do reviews like that. That's the first thing. And the second thing is if you give me a copy of your book to review and I don't care for it, you're expecting that review. Because if I give a review copy out, whether it's a good review or a bad review, I expect the review in return. I don't like to if I can't give it a 3-star, then I won't review a book. It's just me. So if you've given me a copy and I don't care for your book, you're not going to see a review from me. And I just, that's just me personally, and I'm giving you my summation of what I have seen and what works for me. I don't accept review copies from anyone. If I want your book, I will. There have been people that have said to me, they've sent messages, will you read and review my book? And I don't answer. I don't respond. And I'll go on Amazon and I'll look at the book. And if the book looks like something that I'm interested in, I kid you not. I was just on the phone with Jen yesterday talking about this. On my Kindle right now, I have 1,100 books that I have not read. But somebody sends me a link and says, will you go check out my book? I will go over there and purchase it if it looks like it's something that I would read. If it does not interest me, then I don't buy it. That's just plain and simple. I'm really getting tired of going on to any of the social media sites and seeing authors going nuts about reviews. This is what I'm going to tell you. Art is subjective. Any type of art. Writing is an art. As soon as you decided to publish that book, you put yourself into the public limelight. You're going to be scrutinized. You're going to be praised. You're going to be ripped apart. It's going to be insane. And you're going to have to thicken your skin and move past it. That's plain and simple. I've heard whispers around the water cooler, the writing community, I call it the water cooler. Some authors that are posting things publicly are getting put on these authors behaving badly page and being labeled as a diva. People are starting not to want to work with them. So you guys need to stop. Reviewers, when you review the book, tell us how you feel. If you don't like it, then tell. Absolutely. If you're going to give it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 star, however you feel about it, do it. Absolutely do it. I will tell you this, that I have come across reviews that reviewers need to think twice about leaving. And those reviews are the ones where they don't review the book. They review the author, and if the author has decided to do a serial novel, they tear that apart and they call them names. That is not a review. A review is you read a book and you review the book. That's it. You review the depth of characters, the growth of characters, the plot development, the plot line, the dialogue, internal and external, the narrative point of views. These are things that we should be hearing about in reviews, not personal vendettas. Okay, so I think the entire writing community has gone off kilter with authors coming out and this reviewer gave me a horrible review, and fans going after them, and then reviewers coming out and not reviewing the book but reviewing the author or something that the author has done or whatever. I think that this needs to get back down to basics here. Authors, don't respond to your reviews. Don't do it, period. Because I will tell you this now. I have seen a couple and I have called you guys out, and you know who you are. I've called you guys out behind the scenes telling you don't do it. Reviewers, I've seen a few of you that have gone on personal attacks of authors in the reviews, and I've come to you behind the scenes. They're not even my reviews, but I've come to you behind the scenes and said maybe you might want to tighten that review up a little bit and take that portion out because you're reviewing the book. I can tell you now, in the writing community, people are going to start calling you guys out. Everybody, reviewers and writers alike, for behaving badly. Don't do it. There's no point. There's no point. Not everybody is going to love your book, okay? It's not going to happen. Reviewers, not everyone's going to feel the same way as you. If you read the reviews, I've seen this a lot in reviews. I don't understand where all these 5 stars came from. I'm just not getting it. Well, that's because you didn't care for the book, so I completely understand why you wouldn't get that. Tell us what you felt about the book. Don't tell us all of that craziness. We don't need to hear all that. Regular readers, when I go through, I try to go through as a reader, not a writer, when I go onto Amazon to look for books. And when I see a review like that, I just skip right past it, 'cause I'm like, art is so subjective. Just because you don't like it. There's a few Van Gogh paintings that I don't really care for, and my husband is just like, are you insane? No, I just don't care for them. He is in love with them. Subjective, remember? Okay. Alright. I want you guys to tighten this community up. I know that it can be done. We're seeing so many indie authors making it onto these amazing lists, and you'll notice that these particular authors do not respond to their reviews. They don't, and I know a lot of them personally, and they don't respond to the reviews, and they're handling themselves appropriately. This is really giving the indie author community a bad reputation, and I don't like it at all. So as someone who represents part of the indie world, I'm going to say, please stop. Do not answer reviews. Reviewers, leave your reviews proudly. It's how you felt about the book, and I salute you for that, because that's a hard job to read and review a book. To give your opinion out there, because just like a writer, when you put your review out there, people are going to read it and they're going to agree or disagree with you. Now, when you get other readers that disagree with you and they post comments on Amazon. It's going to happen. As long as the author's not encouraging it. I don't believe in that. I think that we all have our right to an opinion, and once that's taken away from us, then what's the point of writing a book? Because they'll all be cookie cutter books and nobody will want to read them. So I want each of you to do your part. Readers, please read and review the books. Leave your honest opinions. Authors, don't respond to the reviews. Read them. Take what you can from them. Learn from them. But don't respond to them. Don't post them on your page and, oh my gosh, did you see what this reviewer has said about me? They didn't like your book. Not everyone's going to like your book. You're going to have to thicken your skin. Readers, reviewers, everyone, authors, thicken your skin, because this is getting old really, really quick. I have been left 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star reviews, and I don't comment on any of them. I take what I can learn from them, and I apply it to my writing from there forward. If I can go back and tighten a book up, then I will. That's really all that I can talk to you about with reviews, because there's not a manual. When you become a reviewer, you don't get this guide manual, what do you do? When you become a writer, you don't get a manual on how to respond, unless you get picked up by an agent, and then they're going to give you like a PR sheet where don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. So don't do it. Just don't do it. All of our eventual goals are to have our books as well put together and as tight as possible and in the hands of as many readers as possible. If you're acting like a diva, no one wants to read your book. They don't. I know I don't. Not at all. So please straighten up and fly right, people. Okay. That is all for Self-Publishing 101 this week. I did not check with Jen to see what she's working on next week, but I want to say that it was I don't know. It'll be underneath of this video because I have to call her anyway, so it'll be underneath of this video. So remember, what are the key points? What are the rules? Reviewers, don't post the reviews on the author's page, A, and review the book, not the author. The book. All those key points we discussed earlier, review those points. Authors, do not respond to reviews, and do not encourage your fans to go over and bash reviewers. I feel like I'm going to become the indie author police because I'm watching, I'm paying attention, and I've been pulled into conversations with other authors and reviewers and bloggers and such, and they're creating lists, trust me. And if you're acting like a diva, if you're going after these reviewers, you're going to get burned. Remember, the reviewers are our friends. Don't alienate them, please. So until next time, y'all, witchy witchy kisses, and I will talk to everyone later.